I was actually born on Krypton and sent here to save the planet Earth. We cannot continue to rely only on our military in order to achieve the national security objectives that we've set.
Everybody somewhere between the ages of 18 and 25 will serve 3 months of basic training.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong. Yes, we can.
Obama's health care plan will include coverage of all essential medical services.
Yes, we can.
We're gonna spread happiness. We're gonna spread freedom. Obama's gonna change it. Obama's gonna lead 'em. We're gonna change it and rearrange it. We're gonna change the world.
Therefore, from the day that the CCP came to power, it started a series of organized and planned struggles, both internally and externally, such as the class struggle, the past struggle, and the ideological struggle, through which to systematically eliminate dissidents in various strata and groups on the one hand, and extend the party organization to the smallest unit of society on the other. The CCP not only annihilates people's physical bodies, but also destroys their spirits and suppresses all thoughts and beliefs that do not fit with the Communist Party. By forcing the people in the country to become obedient slaves of its tyrannical rule, the CCP attempts to reach its goal of absolute social control. During this period, the CCP launched its first wave of propaganda, declaring, "Chairman Mao is the great savior of the people, and that only the CCP can save China." During land reform, the landless farmers got what they wanted through the CCP's policy of reaping without laboring and robbing without concern for the means. Poor peasants felt that they had benefited from following the party. Therefore, they were grateful and accepted the CCP propaganda that the party worked for the interests of the people. The CCP drove and pushed, year after year, urging peasants to dash into socialism.
乡亲们，咱们芳草郡这2年的风风雨雨，给大伙擦亮了眼睛。不搞互助合作，就是死路一条啊！咱们贫下中农要按照毛主席的指示组织起来，奔社会主义，这才是一条金光大道啊！
Wir wollen nicht lieben und wollen nicht spenden. Ich habe es.
And you and I together, we will change this country and we'll change the world.
They were watching his power. They were watching the large crowds that were following him. And as the crowds grew larger and his oratory more impressive, I mean, when Hitler spoke, when this man stood before 50 and 100 and 200,000 people, he wooed a crowd like no man on earth had ever done. And is trying to bring deception all over the world. And all of the world was watching as Hitler was amassing his power and talking about how he was going to change the world. And talking about the things he was going to do about Germany and making her the greatest race and the greatest people that there ever was. And yet no one did a thing. And yet he spoke. And when Hitler stood, the people would come. And you can see, if you go back and look at some of the old newsreels of Hitler's speeches, you'll see the people were standing there in awe. Heil Hitler, they would say. You could see the look on their faces as if they were in some sort of trance. And this man spoke with eloquence. This man spoke with power. This man spoke with determination. And every German fell down at his feet and worshiped him. His idea and design was to take charge of the world. Now I know you see where I'm going with this. And I know you see what's happening. All Barack Hussein Obama needs is a mustache. That's all he needs, and an outstretched right arm. And we are repeating history all over again. All over again. Men, women, and children pledged a dying loyalty to Hitler. Heil Hitler! They pledged a loyalty to him that had never been given to any man that had walked this earth before. They loved him and they worshiped him.
I pledge to be of service to Barack Obama.
When Hitler was taking the property of Jews and carting them off to those stations where they were killed, the Catholic Church remained silent. Not one pope, not one priest, not one person. They allowed this man with his charismatic speech and his great oratory and his ability to sway tens of thousands of people, and no one, not even the Pope, raised his voice against the atrocities, the murdering that he was doing. And it went on. And no one stood against this marauding power of hell itself. And Hitler was able to do all that he wanted to do. As I watched this parade of this emissary, this ambassador from hell himself called Barack Hussein Obama, got y'all in a trance and is trying to bring deception all over the world. Dr. King, the great man, but God knows he wasn't as powerful as Barack is. And the religious crowds that followed Jesus were not as powerful as the paralyzed, hypnotic people that follow Barack.